Alright, most of the house guests in the morning are asleep, but a few are up specifically to wake them up to breakfast. Both Chowder and Panini are in the kitchen cooking up some hopefully good grub, especially on Panini's part. She might even teach Chowder. Where Flapjack and Double D I feel like are working together, because oddly enough I feel like they would get along, and I feel like Flapjack might have trouble sleeping, so seeing these guys up, he might follow them and just help due to the fact he can't sleep. Alright, now as they start to cook, the smell wafts through the air and obviously goes to their room. There are a select few I feel like would wake up just to eat. And by a select few, I meant most of the house. Hey, if the food is good, the food is good. That's all I can say. I feel like it only takes about 10 minutes for Edd Eddy, Mandy, and number 5, along with probably Mordecai and Finn, to get with the rest of the group. So I say the first few house guests that are done eating probably want to go do something activity-wise. And I feel like it would be Flapjack, Double D, Ice King, and Mandy. And you know what? I feel like if Ice King were to show his ice powers, I feel like that would make Flapjack and Double D very interested. I think it'd be a little cool if maybe, he did like an ice rink outside in which Flapjack and Double D probably like test out and stuff. Most others probably wouldn't due to the cold nature, but I feel like Eddie might, Chowder might, Panini probably will, and Billy. However, Finn kind of holds back and tells everyone that Ice King in his world is a little bit of a bad dude, and he tries to kidnap girls all the time. And Mordecai and Rigby's like, whoa, he does what? That'd be a funny conversation for them to have. Alright, there is an HOH challenge coming up very soon, and hearing this, I feel like some of the contestants are gonna rest. And doing so, I feel like it would be these 4, and they're just gonna like talk a little bit. And I feel like Flapjack and Knuckles bringing up adventures might have Chowder and Edd Eddy doing the same, because I know that Edd Eddy and Chowder may not seem like they have as much adventures as Knuckles and Flapjack, but Edd Eddy has been through some stuff. She's been through so many experiments. She's been in space, around the world. She's talked different languages. She's been animals. She's done the Loki treatment. Chowder talks about how his world has different physics, the different kind of foods they have, which I'm sure intrigues Knuckles and Flapjack a lot, especially if he names some different candies like the gum. And I feel like all of them sharing this information and realizing that they've all kind of had like an adventurous spirit, I think right here and then they form an alliance. Edd Eddy wants to include Dexter in this alliance, but Chowder specifically says he wants Panini out of here as fast as they can. Edd Eddy kind of says, wait a hold on moment, I kind of like Panini, so we'll have to see about it. And Flapjack says, yeah, I like Panini too. And Chowder says, well, alright, we'll keep her as a backup plan. Alright, here we have it, the moment you've been waiting for. All of the house guests have arrived to the first HOH competition. They all get to compete, and the first challenge is the wall. This is the challenge where you have to hang on to a moving wall as long as you can. The wall goes up, down, left, right. You're very cold, extremely cold water being splashed on you. Stuff probably being thrown on you, not to mention slime. The tilt will be very tilted. You have to have good balance. Stay on as long as you can. When you fall, you are eliminated. The last person to stay on the wall is the first HOH of the season. Alright, so the house guests all take their place and the challenge starts, and I won't even lie, I don't think anyone here would fall immediately, even if it tilted quite a bit. I think they all probably got it in them to last at least 7 minutes each. However, whenever the water starts coming in, they're barefoot so the platform is wet, meaning they're gonna slip. But I feel like at the 7-minute 39-second mark, I'm so sorry, Chowder, you are the first one to fall. And it actually takes a long time after that for anyone to fall. It takes like 18 minutes, but that thing starts to tilt and they think it's gonna stop tilting, but it doesn't. Getting Billy out, and then Dexter, followed by number 2, and right at the 40-minute mark, I'm so sorry, Eddie. They've been here for almost an hour. I'm sure it's starting to cramp. It's starting to hurt. Ice King can't take it anymore. He falls. The slime starts getting splatted. Mordecai can't see. I bet his ass slips. Knuckles and Flapjack got them sea legs, you know what I mean? I bet they have good balance and they probably have done something like this similar. I'm sorry, Dee Dee, you and your long ass legs, you fell. And if I had to eliminate 2 more contestants before the hour is up, I would probably say Panini and Rigby. Which means these 6 house guests are looking at each other. They know that they have a strong chance to be the first HOH and safe, meaning they cannot be eliminated first. I feel like Knuckles is like whining to Flapjack saying he needs to take it for the team. Flapjack says, "Don't worry, I got it." So he jumps off. His legs hurt. And Mandy, though she wants to win, she says, "You know what? No thanks." She probably does want to have the power, but perhaps showing that she has strength may let the future HOH know not to mess with her. Double D, you try your best, but you're shivering cold. I'm sorry, you're out. And Flapjack, though you tried your best, Knuckles should be proud regardless. And so it comes down to number 5 and Finn, in which Finn kind of thinks like, yo, I'm about to get HOH. Probably if I do, I have to nominate 2 people. And I would like to nominate Ice King, but that means I would have to nominate someone else, and that'd be an entire duo mad at me. And he's like, you know what, number 5, if I let you win, you promise not to nominate me? And she's like, you know what, yes sir. And so he drops, which means congratulations, the first HOH of the season, repping the K and D, is number 5. Let's get it. Alright, so obviously all the house guests are going to try to kinder to the needs of the HOH. And I feel like number 5 is one of those people to directly say, everyone, I want to talk to everyone fairly in the HOH room. Let me see what I got. And so I feel like one at a time she talks to them. And she obviously lets number 2 know he is safe no matter what. But I feel like she also has a different strategy to this. She doesn't necessarily want a girls' alliance, but at the same time, she does recognize the fact that there's only 4 girls total in the house. And so she kind of wants them to like her along with the teammates. And so she's kind of saying, hey, you know what? You're safe. And your partner's safe. I want to make sure we're on good grounds. If you win HOH or them, I kind of want to know if I can count on you for me being safe. And I feel like all of them, Dee Dee, Mandy, very much Panini, they would all agree. Mandy knows a good deal when she sees one. She obviously wants to be the one calling the shots, making the master plans. But I feel like she probably likes number 5 compared to a lot of the house guests. Number 5 is not half bad compared to Mandy's standards. And Billy is safe too, she can't deny it. Panini would love Chowder to be safe, and obviously Dee Dee wants Dexter to be safe. And I feel like number 5 contemplating, she knows for a fact that it wouldn't be smart to nominate 2 separate duos, like one person from a separate duo each. So she needs to nominate the same duo. The problem is, she kinda likes Mordecai. She kinda likes Double D and Eddie a little bit. Flapjack she really likes. And Finn is the chillest person in here, probably to her mean. Immediately following all of the talks number 5 had to have, I feel like she consoles in number 2 and tells him the plan. And he's like, you know what? With this power, I feel like this would be the best moment to try and get an alliance together. We should make a 6-person alliance, try and take it to the end right now. So after a bit of talk, they decide to call in Billy, Mandy, along with Chowder and Panini. And number 2 is like, you know what? Chowder's a cool dude. He's like probably the best dude in here. He's like, Billy's a little bit odd, but I can mess with him. And so I feel like this is once again an official alliance that is secure. Alright, and with that, that is the end of the day and they all head to bed. The next day events go by as usual, up to nomination ceremony. So as number 5 is making the decisions, there's obviously going to be a lot of whispers among the house guests. Mandy didn't tell Billy he was going to be safe, but Panini told Chowder and Dee Dee told Dexter. So Dexter and Chowder are kind of waiting to see this. They believe their counterparts, but at the same time, they just want to make sure and probably won't feel safe until they see that they're not nominated. However, due to this, Chowder tells Flapjack, who he kinda likes, that a duo is most likely gonna get nominated because that's what Panini told Chowder, and it was gonna be a duo that didn't have a girl. So the night before, Flapjack told Knuckles this, and Knuckles told Ice King. So they're kind of freaking out, and they're making plans to see what happens if something goes down. Alright, number 5 is HOH. You get the power to decide which 2 house guests are nominated for eviction. If you made it this far in the video, please don't be afraid to leave a like and subscribe. You guys are so amazing for watching. Let's continue it. Number 5 has decided that the first nomination, due to a little bit of lack of connection, familiarity, and sharing the same likes and stuff, along with whom she just has the weakest bond in the house, she has decided to nominate Mordecai. In which number 5 now has to name a second nominee. And the second nominee, she's saying she's simply naming this nominee, unfortunately, due to the fact that she thinks it wouldn't be fair to not nominate a duo since she doesn't have any personal beef with anyone and she doesn't want this to seem like a personal thing, so she's just nominating a duo. She has decided to nominate Rigby. In which Chris McClay now comes on the TV and is like, YouTube has voted one of you to be safe for not 1, but 2 nominations. Meaning the first 2 evictions cannot be you as long as you got the votes. And the lucky house guest safe cannot be a replacement nominee, cannot be nominated next week. Congratulations to surprisingly Eddie. Double D's probably clapping because they're like, oh, YouTube likes you. And you know what? I don't blame y'all. Yes, I'm surprised, but he is mischievous. And he might need that help. Everyone gives a round of applause. A couple people are secretly jealous and wondering why he got it. But I think this might boost Eddie's ego. He might try to do some more devious stuff because of this to keep the popularity on him. Alright, so with Rigby and Mordecai being nominated, I feel like they are immediately insulted, especially Rigby. And he's like, we need to figure out a way to be safe. We both need to talk, and I feel like they can. And we both need to find people who will use the veto on us. Because believe it or not, using the veto isn't a super easy thing to do. Because it will cause ripples and questions. So I feel like Mordecai and Rigby are both gonna go get someone to try and talk this. And I just kind of feel like they snatch up Double D and Eddie. Because Eddie won YouTube's vote. And so Mordecai and Rigby kind of show their frustrations to them. And I feel like Eddie gets along with Mordecai, but he really gets along with Rigby. Rigby just kind of has that more of a carefree side that I feel like more of the house guests will appreciate. But I feel like Mordecai also has a more quiet side, a more timid side that a lot of the house guests will also appreciate. Like Double D, for example. I feel like Double D and Mordecai could get along. Because Double D appreciates intelligence and you guys cannot lie. There's a lot of people in this house that are missing some intelligence. So I feel like Double D and Eddie probably give their word that they would use the veto, especially Eddie. He's like, you know what? I'm safe. YouTube loves me. I'll use the veto if I win it. Alright, I feel like Knuckles and Flapjack are gonna meet real quick. And Flapjack's just gonna be like, you know what? Your sources was right. She did nominate someone that fit exactly the aspects of what you said to the T. Good job. Keep trying to get information like that. Good job, Flapjack. And you know Flapjack, he'll do anything to get Knuckles' approval. Tell you what, number 2, this alliance got you real happy, huh? It is the next day, and after a good lunch, surprisingly cooked by Dexter and Eddie, they made great sandwiches. Superb sandwiches. It is time for the veto drawing, in which immediately afterwards will be the veto challenge. The house guests, as per veto rules, will randomly draw a name, and whoever they draw will play in veto. Number 5 has drawn Billy. Rigby has drawn Dexter. And Rigby has drawn Ice King. Not bad. Rigby and Mordecai, you guys must be mad that not Double D or Eddie got picked. Your talk was for Nathan. And the veto competition is ready, set, whoa. Contestants must wait for the word go and not be the last one across the finish line. A screen will keep flashing letters that look like the word go but aren't the word go. If you get tricked and keep your hand off the buzzer, you are eliminated. When it does say go, all the house guests have to race to chase a button. The last one to press the button is eliminated from veto. And I won't even lie, Billy, I'm so sorry, but you stupid as hell. You have the IQ of a bike. I feel like it's gonna say whoa, low, and then Mo. And then on Mo, for some reason, Mo gets him and he's eliminated. But I feel like no one else, at least for now, is gonna get tricked. And so when it says go, the last person across the finish line is my man, Dexter. Alright, so we need to add some BS in here. So I'm gonna say that it says go, but the G is upside down, but it still counts. And so Mordecai recognizes this, whispers it to Rigby, and they run, and then Ice King immediately notices that the buzzer doesn't go off, so he runs, which means number 5, you are eliminated, and she's mad. And after it tries to trick them for like 4 minutes straight, Rigby accidentally lifts his finger like everyone does. At least one person on this challenge every time does that, and it's Rigby. I'm sorry, dude. Which means the veto is up to Mordecai or Ice King. None of them get tricked by it, but sadly when it says go, obviously Mordecai beats Ice King, which means congratulations Mordecai, you have won the golden power of veto. And unfortunately for number 5, that means she must nominate someone else, and so she just has a little bit of time to do that before the ceremony. So she immediately poolsides Bam, Mandy, and Bam, Double D. She's like, alright y'all, who should I nominate? I'm out of ideas. And I feel like they would both collectively probably give the same answer. Alright Mordecai, obviously with the golden power veto, he chooses to save himself. He is off the block. And here is the difference in cartoon Big Brother Total Drama. Right after the veto, there is no other day. There is no talking. It immediately goes into the speech of nominations. Why shouldn't they be evicted? And then everyone will cast a vote to evict. So with this information, number 5, please choose wisely. And she says after coming to a conclusion based on the house, she has decided the replacement nominee will be Ice King. And boy, Ice King is mad. Knuckles, I felt like thought was gonna be him. And though he's angry it's Ice King on the block, Knuckles is like, you know what? If it wasn't him, it was gonna be me. So everyone but the HOH and the nominations get to vote. Rigby says, hey everybody, so here we are in this crazy house. First off, I just want to say thanks for letting me hang around and be a part of all this. It's been pretty wild so far, hasn't it? I know I might not be the most serious player here, but come on, who doesn't love a good laugh? We're all stuck in the house together, might as well make it fun. I might not be the strongest or the smartest, but hey, I bring some good vibes, and let's face it, y'all need a little bit of that around here. Anyway, I'm not here to make enemies or stir up trouble. I'm just here to hang out, have a good time, maybe, and just maybe, make this house a bit more awesome for all of us. So if you could give me a chance to keep bringing those good vibes, that'd be pretty cool. Thanks, dude. Alright, now Ice King. Ahem, ladies and gentlemen. And Penguin. It's your majestic Ice King here, humbly addressing you all. I stand before you, a sorcerer of unparalleled skill and charm. The Ice King, as you know, is a connoisseur of the mystical arts and a wielder of magical might that can shape destinies. Now, some of you might not see the brilliance behind my grandeur, but fear not, beneath the icy exterior lies a heart yearning for friendship and acceptance. Surely, I might have a flair for the dramatics, but who doesn't enjoy a bit of showmanship? I ask you to consider the wonders I can bring to this household, magic, enchantment, and of course a few laughs. Let's make this house a place where magic and merriment reign supreme. Very good speeches from both of the contestants. Rigby might be too likable. That could definitely get him out of the house early on. Ice King Finn has talked some smack about him, but I feel like a lot of the players here could see the strategy in keeping him. As YouTube viewers, you guys can see who votes who, but keep in mind, the house guests do not know whom each other voted unless they tell each other. House guests, it is now time to vote. Please cast your votes. Finn casts his vote to evict Ice King. Mordecai, Ice King. Dexter, Rigby. Dee Dee, Ice King. Billy, Ice King. Mandy, Rigby, Eddie, Ice King. Double D, Rigby, Panini, Ice King. One more vote, Ice King, and it is official, he is eliminated. Chowder has casted his vote for Ice King. Flapjack, Rigby, Knuckles, Rigby. Number 2, Ice King. Alright, house guests. The votes are in. Whoever has the most votes is immediately evicted, must collect their things, and leave the house after a quick goodbye. Alrighty, house guests, gather round for the moment you've all been waiting for. The votes are in, and it's time to reveal who's packing their bags tonight. With a vote of 8-5, the evicted house guest is the one and only Ice King. A wave of mixed reactions sweeps through the house. Some express relief, while others wear a look of surprise or concern. Ice King, however, maintains a facade of theatrical composure, hiding his disappointment behind a veil of aggravated nonchalance. Ah, well, my dear housemates, it seems fate has decided to cast me out into the cold abyss. Fear not, for your beloved Ice King shall depart with grace and dignity. The other house guests offer a mix of polite farewells and relieved expressions, some unsure of how to respond to Ice King's dramatic exit. Knuckles, he steps forward with a half smirk, patting Ice King on the back. Hey man, it's been real. Take care out there in the frosty wilds. Farewell, my comrades. May your days be filled with magic and wonder. And there it is. Ice King is on the memory wall. He is gone from the house, and the house guests are trying to settle in. They're probably all celebrating because Finn didn't really care. He wanted him out anyway. So I feel like not being the first one eliminated for all of them is a huge celebration. And as Big Brother controller, I'm going to say, give them all pizza and some Sprite cranberry. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys like. If you guys want to see something in here, just comment down below. I might do the idea. The next vote will be in the next video, so make sure to tune in. Please comment down who you're rooting for and potentially tell me what your predictions are. Thank you so much for watching, and I dare all of you to have a good day.